Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Houston Astros and the Boston Red Sox. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Ranger Suarez. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
Okay, all set to go. And stepping in for the Astros, Carlos Correa. And now the 0-1. And there's a ball. He swings and fouls one off. The pitch. And another ball.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
The 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. Two now. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. First offering misses the mark. Chris, it's pretty amazing to think that Yordan Alvarez could actually be a Dodger. The Dodgers originally signed him in 2016, and a little over a year later, the Astros acquired him for Josh Fields. Pretty good deal for Houston. The 1-0. And a strike.
Great deal. And you see Yordan Alvarez really emerging as that David Ortiz type of designated hitter. Even though he likes playing left field, this is a guy that has become a true force in that position, if you want to call him the DH.
At the belt and fires. And now it's even up. And a pitch. And that's downstairs and outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And there's a hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Isaac Paredes now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
The 1-0. There's a strike. And a 1-1. That one missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Big swing and a miss. And now the lefty. And downstairs.
That's a really good take.
And a pitch. And they're all loaded up.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
And now it's Christian Walker. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. Swings through that.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Next pitch is downstairs.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Got him. Huge strikeout there.
Well, big power guy right there, and generating so much bat speed, it's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. That to right. Abreu makes the play. Runner tags for home. Meyer with a relay throw, and he's in there as a run scores on the play.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Number 9 up next for the Astros. And that's in there for strike one.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Now the 0-1. That one fouled off. Alvarez, the lead runner, out at second. Paredes at first, 2 out of the inning. Got him. Good job at damage control right there. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Astros 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here at Fenway, and today's starting pitcher, Hayden Wesneski.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And it's 1-1.
1-1.
The other way, and that's just foul. Next one misses. Ball 2. Left-hand hitter waits. On the ground, right side, and he grabs it, foul. And a pitch. Swung on, belted. McCormick ranging back, still going back. And that one is off the top of the wall. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Swings through that one.
That's one of those swing now before the pitchers even let go of the baseball.
Runner at second, nobody out. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Now at the plate, Roman Augustine. Move to second, and he dives back in safely. He's trying for third. Pitching for a strike, and that's a stolen base, not even close.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. Wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
One away with a runner at third. Next offering is downstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's outside. And the right-hander deals. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Myers on the move to the gap. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score. It's 1-1.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Wilyer Abreu. In there for strike 1. Two down, nobody on. And it's even up.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
That one the other way. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So digging in, Andrew Montenegro. And it's fouled away. Here comes a pitch. Now a screamer into the outfield. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And that ends the inning. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. On to the second from Fenway Park. All tied 1-1. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. Curveball drops in there. And a swing and a miss there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then By the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
Puts it away for the out. Chas McCormick up next for the Astros. First pitch, and he just misses. And that's down and away. Tied up here in the early going. That's in there. Now 2 balls and a strike. Just missed. The pitch. And fouled off. Here comes a 3-2. And it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Christian Vasquez. First pitch just misses. Step off throw to first, and he's back in on a dive. And the 1-0. Runner on the go. And a foul ball. McCormick leads off first with 1 away. And a pitch out, but no steal, and it's ball 2. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Contreras pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Now Correa up to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
The pitch. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Next pitch inside. 1-2 to count.
It's a good take.
The 1-2.
Ball. 2-2 the count.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. And it's second. Bounced up the middle. Montenegro whips it to first. And that'll do it. So the Astros lead one. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the second baseman, Marcelo Meyer. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that's outside. Next offering upstairs. The wind and the pitch. That's in for a strike. Kicks and deals. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Throw to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. You got to be kidding me. Did you see that throw?
Not really, Boog. I mean, it happened in the blink of an eye, it seemed, but thankfully StatCast is here to help us out. I mean, you don't see many throws across the infield that get up into the 90s, so he really reached back for that one, and he had to get the out.
Here's a speed threat, Cedane Rafaela. That misses, and that's ball 1. Righty to the plate. This one in the air, right field. Myers settles underneath it, and there's 2 away. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Carlos Navarro. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. There's the strike. Next pitch way upstairs. Now this is in the air down the line. And that is a foul ball. Way high there, and the count is filled up. Hard hit left side. Correa over to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Nothing doing for Boston. Score remains tied 1-1. Back here at Fenway Park, on to the 3rd inning. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Suarez back to work. Line drive. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not in time. He's got a double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now, Isaac Paredes. He reached on a walk his first time. They say you win.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Kicks and fires.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And here it comes. And now the count is even.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field, and they get it in quickly. 1st and 3rd now with nobody out. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at 1st and 3rd. They say you win. Alvarez, the runner at 3rd. Paredes on at 1st with nobody out. Down and in, moved his feet. Just off the inside corner. And the count is even, 2-2. And a pitch. On the ground. Fair ball. In to score is the runner from 3rd. It's 2-1. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Called strike right there. And he deals. Gets a piece and stays alive. No outs, runners at 1st and 2nd. High fly ball out towards left field. Into the monster seats and gone. Jose Altuve will touch them all. And they tack on 3. It's 5-1.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Number 9 up next for the Astros. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
In the air, left field. Duran drifts towards it. Drops into the glove. And there's one down. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. And first offering is fouled off. Myers, 26 years old, and he's usually in center, but today starting in right. 0-1. Outside.
Well, less responsibility for him today, making the move from being the captain of the outfield to moving to right field. So he can let his center fielder take those balls in the gap and kind of like a little day off.
Next offering down low and in the dirt.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Next offering is down low. 3-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So next up for Houston, Chas McCormick. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Great jump.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Next offering is in for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Brian Bayo getting loose out there. To the right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it. Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Vasquez stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. 0 for 1 so far. The pitch. That one's in there. And 1-1. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That's inside. And now 3-1. Carlos Correa waiting to hit for Houston. Runner at third, 2 away. Right side. Abreu in position. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Jose Altuve goes yard for the Astros. It's now 5-1. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back inside Fenway Park as we go to the last of the third. Here's the third baseman, Caleb Durbin. Foul ball. Durbin in his rookie season hitting ninth in today's lineup, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. Strike 2. And now 1 and 2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Comebacker to the mound. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now batting Jarren Duran. First pitch doesn't find the zone. One down, base is empty. That one pushed foul.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Going to count 1 and 2. The wind of the pitch. Base hit, left center field.
Now batting, first baseman.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Contreras goes 6'1", 225 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Right-hander kicks, deals. It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1. Duran over at first with 1 away. The 1-2. And now 2 and 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. Had him way out front of the slur.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Augustine in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes. That one misses. 2 and 0.
2 balls, no strikes.
The pitch. And a foul ball makes the count 2 and 1. Pickoff throw, and he's back in there. The 2-1. Right side. Altuve slings to first. That's the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. On to inning number 4. It's the Astros 5 and the Red Sox 1. New inning getting started. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Carlos Correa. First offering misses the mark. Anything in particular stand out to you as far as moments at Fenway Park?
Wow, you know, it's unfortunate because I remember as an Oakland A's player, we were up in the series against the Red Sox, 2-0. All we needed to do was close out a Saturday night ball game. We went extra innings. The Red Sox won that ball game. And then Sunday, they pushed the series by winning Game 4 back to Oakland for Game 5. And unfortunately, they won Game 5 as well.
Tosses to first. That takes care of Correa. That was 2003, and the Red Sox would eventually get their hearts broken by Aaron Boone, but end the curse a year later. And next to hit for Houston, Yordan Alvarez. That one's in there, 0-1. One down. And that one wrapped foul. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Left-hand batter waits. And ball one. One, two now. Sets him down on strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. 2 outs, base is empty. At the plate, Isaac Paredes. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. The wind of the pitch. And there's a foul ball. And now the lefty. And now 2 balls and a strike.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
A dive, he's got it. Gathers and throws, and that's a nice play to end the inning.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Bottom of the 4th, so stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. First pitch, and he just misses.
So, Boog, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that sliding catch in the corner by Tom Brudansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's one of the things that I'll think about in terms of memories from going to college and going to Fenway. And here is Andrew Montenegro. And a pitch. Good eye right there. And there's a ball. Here's a 2-1. That's a little bit low.
Well, these guys have had a hard time scoring in this one. The guy out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
In for a strike. Now it's 3-2. The wide to kick the pitch. Out to short. 2 up, 2 down. Now it's the second baseman, Marcelo Meyer. First pitch just misses. Left-hand hitter waits. Back up the middle and a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Man at first. Here's the center fielder, Cedane Rafaela. He's 0 for 1. In the air, right side. Myers makes the play, and it's out number 3. 1 left for the Red Sox. They're down here 5-1. New pitcher on here, Brian Bayo.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. And a pitch. There's a swing and a miss. You know, Christian Walker, a guy who had a really successful amateur career. His college ball with the South Carolina Gamecocks. They won the College World Series twice with Walker, and he tied the College World Series record for most career hits with 28. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Puts the squeeze on that one. And a quick out, number 1.
Now back, second base.
And stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve. And that's in there for strike 1. Right-handed reliever. Way high.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hammered down the right side, but foul.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
1-2 now. Altuve waits. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. Got him looking. Down on strikes, and he knew it.
Frustrating end to the at bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And the batter now, number 9. Ball 1, no strikes. And the righty deals. And that one off the outside edge. Out towards left center. Duran settles under this one. He's got it. And that will end the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Bottom of the inning, leading off, Carlos Navarro. And a pitch. That misses off the outside edge.
You know, these Red Sox, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes to count. That misses the zone, and the count is 3-1.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
The pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Next offering is fouled back. Three-two. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Now, Caleb Durbin. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. And the 0-1. Slapped foul. The wind and the pitch. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him way out front of the slurve. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. That one ripped, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. Safe at second.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And now the first baseman, Wilson Contreras, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. 0-1.
0-1 for count.
Man on second, 2 down. And that one fouled off. Durant stands at second with 2 gone. Good eye right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit weakly on the ground. And he picks it up in foul territory. At the belt and fires. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
The 1-2. Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. Next offering misses, and it's 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
2 outs. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
In the air, foul off first. Did he trip? What happened? Sniper?
Great effort. That's how bad he wanted that one. Head first dive.
And the right-hander deals. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Walker makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And the Red Sox leave one. They're down 5-1. Back here at the ballpark, top of the 6th inning. And now Jake Myers. There's a strike. Bayo, a righty that throws with power. He features a two-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
There might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Righty delivers. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Montenegro puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Next to hit, Chas McCormick. Fought off foul. Here comes the 0-1. And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out. So here's Christian Vasquez. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Vasquez, 32 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2008. Next pitch is outside. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
Throwing the ball really well today. That two-seam fastball's got good run on it. Excellent job of moving it around the plate.
Next pitch is in the dirt, and the count's full. Kicks and fires. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two down, nobody on. Caught him looking for the K. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They're up 5-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's going to be Roman Augustine. And the right-hander back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
That's down and in. The Astros have some action in their pen. Rafael Montero up and loosening in the pen. Number 55 getting loose as well. That one's in there, and that's strike one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's a strike.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Two down. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Kicks and deals. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. And the leadoff man aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Hayden Wisniewski done for the day, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Forrest Whitley.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Wilyer Abreu will hit next. 1 for 2. That one's in there. Strike one.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Over to first, and he's saved. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, blocked. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. And now a man into scoring position.
Really good read by the runner there. His secondary lead, he anticipates the trajectory going down and gets a really nice jump up to second base. Now he's in scoring position. He's taken away the double play opportunity.
The 1-1. And that one fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
One and two here. Stays alive. Struck him out looking.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else and you can't pull the trigger.
Andrew Montenegro up next for the Red Sox. And takes low for ball one. Augustine over at second, one down. Next pitch misses inside. Now 2-0. That clips the corner. The next offering misses. And now 3-1. Man at second. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. One out and a runner at second. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. Bangs off the wall. He pulls into second, and a run comes in to score.
Well done. Drives in the run. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing, and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
One down. And stepping in for Boston, Marcelo Meyer.
Used a big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
They say you win.
0-1's the count.
And there's a strike.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Next pitch misses inside. Now 1-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one missed. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Now the tag at third, and they got him.
Well, you want to see guys aggressive out there on the base paths, but you also want to see them smart as well in making their decisions. And right there, you couldn't really tell how far away that ball was. So if that's the case, you got to shut it down. He gets caught stealing there, takes himself out of scoring position.
Payoff pitch. And there's ball four.
One of the things about that two-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a two-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Myers makes the catch, inning over. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 5-2. Welcome back. All set for the start of the inning. And now the shortstop, Carlos Correa. There's a strike. 0-1. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Wow. Good luck catching up to that one.
Goes down looking.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Now here's the Astros designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And here it comes. Just missed. That's in there. The pitch. That missed inside. 3 balls and a strike. And that's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So a man aboard. So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. And he pumps it a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Here's the 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Banks off the wall. Montenegro with a relay home. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
The new pitcher in the game, Rafael Montero. Here's the catcher, Carlos Navarro. And he deals. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. This one in the air center field. McCormick has it sized up and puts the squeeze on that. 1 up, 1 down. Now the third baseman, Caleb Durbin. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. The punch out there, 2 away.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
And now here is Jarren Duran. He swings and fouls one off. Next pitch is outside. Just missed. And he walked him.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And here is Wilson Contreras. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. The pitch. Durant leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 left for the Red Sox. They trail at 5-2. Ready to begin the 8th, and now Jose Altuve. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Kicks and fires. Late swing fouled off. The wide, the kick, and the 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
One gone, runner at first. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Runner on the move. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. And downstairs.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
So now 1-2.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Bayo picks over, and he's back in safely. The pitch.
That's ball 2.
In the air, right field. Fair ball. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. So 1 out with 2 aboard. And now the center fielder, Chas McCormick. 1 for 3. That one in the dirt. 1-0. That's a base hit as a run scores. Throw into third. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only 1 away.
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Christian Vasquez, the hitter. And there's the strike.
0-1 the count.
First and third, 1 down. Pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball 1 strike.
Ground ball up the middle. Montenegro to second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. So it's 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Astros 6 and the Red Sox 2. And welcome back. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now here's the Red Sox DH, Roman Augustine. There's the strike. Just missed. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Number 55 preparing to come on if needed. Or warming up as well. And 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. Froze him with the heater at the knees.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Next to hit, Wilyer Abreu. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1. And a pitch. Strike 2.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Montenegro in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
The 0-1. That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. To the warning track, makes the catch. Down in order go the Red Sox. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. Back here in Boston, and here comes Carlos Correa. Bayo back to work. Swing and a ball popped up, and it stays fair. Man at first, Yordan Alvarez. Up next for the Astros. And a foul ball. Yo, 1. That one fouled off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Left-hand hitter waits.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Isaac Paredes getting ready to hit. In there, and it's 0-1. late on that fastball.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
0-2 now. Ball one there. Correa stands at first with one out. That's inside. 2-2.
Really good run. Perhaps a little bit too much on that two-seamer. Couldn't hold the corner.
The pitch. That one missing inside. Line drive, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
Man, that was a pretty good battle at the plate, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Walker, the next to hit, takes ball one. Right-handed reliever. Tapped softly on the ground. Oh, the throw is over his head. It's offline, and he scores. And the lead is up to 5.
That one really hurts. You're already down in the game, and that error puts you even further behind. Just can't let it compound from here, though. You got to flush it, get ready for the next one, make a play, get back in the dugout.
Pitching change here, Garrett Whitlock.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So first and second with one man gone. And next to hit for Houston, Jose Altuve. Ball one, no strikes. And a pitch. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Two on, one out. And it's fouled away. One out. Runners at first and second. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Number 9, the next to hit, takes outside. And now it's even up. Good eye right there.
2-1.
Check swing, no appeal. First and second, 2 down. And now it's filled up. And there's a hit. Paredes around third. Now a long throw home. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Jake Myers up next for the Astros. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And there's a ball. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Smash to the left side. They get the force. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits. 1 error, but 2 are left stranded. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. It's the Astros 8 and the Red Sox 2. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Number 55.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
So digging in, Marcelo Meyer. Here comes a pitch. Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. So man aboard. Here's the center fielder, Cedane Rafaela. That's in there. That's strike 1.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Next pitch misses. Ball 1.
1-1.
And there's the strike. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second for 1. How about that double play?
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
So they're down to their final out. And next for the Red Sox, Carlos Navarro. First offering misses the mark.
1-1, no strike.
And the righty deals. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slide.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the next one and get another W.
8-2 the final here for Chris Singleton.